Hungry Fish Media presents the new podcast On Mission. You know, we are all hungry and eager to help and do what we can during these uncertain times. But there are a few people going above and beyond doing exactly that in these extraordinary set of circumstances. Kara and I thought it would be the perfect time to launch a podcast featuring these amazing individuals and their stories. So friends, welcome to On Mission. Hey, thanks for tuning in to another podcast episode of On Mission. We're so excited you've joined us this morning. Our guest is a really good friend of Kara's, and we're so excited for you to meet her. It is Wendi Olson.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Wendi is on mission.
On fire.
She is the M.O.P.S outreach leader at New Life Church. And she has started this food drive in her driveway, and it has grown in so big that our church is actually taking over this Sunday from 12 to 3. It is so awesome, and we can't wait for you to meet her. Hey girl, we're so excited to have you on Mission. We can't wait to hear about your food drive and all that you're doing for your our M.O.P.S outreach, and it's so exciting to have you on.
Welcome.
I'm so happy to be here, you guys. I've never been interviewed before.
Well, welcome.
Today's my day.
Stoked. You were like, when we first came up with this concept, you were the first one we thought about. So, yeah.
Really?
Sorry it's taken so long for us to get to you. We've having to reschedule so many of these just because, the crazy times.
Yes.
I'm busier than most, I think, during this time too with the food drive, because I am coordinating so many different things that I think when Kara finally was free to interview me, I wasn't. So it's been like back and forth for like 2 weeks now. Yeah.
Well, we're so excited to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and yeah.
Well, I'm Wendi Olson, and I attend New Life. We actually live across the street from New Life Church. We bought the house, I think it was 4 years ago this January, and we had started attending New Life about 6 months after we moved in, and we got involved pretty fast. But I never really felt that involved until I met Kara, actually, and she told me to join M.O.P.S. And so I joined M.O.P.S last year, and we partnered together and did a big fundraiser for Hunter Rose. And then this year I took over outreach at the church for our M.O.P.S division. And the plan was always to help with the food drive this spring before the coronavirus even started. Like, that was the plan. The church had partnered with a few different local schools to the weekend feeding program, and they wanted help. So M.O.P.S took on that role to help. And so it was going to be an adult prom, which we were all really excited about. But obviously there will be no dirty dancing or any sort of dancing allowed now that the coronavirus is here. So we decided to do a food drive in my driveway.
Once the coronavirus hit, it was just a natural shift to go from your M.O.P.S outreach to.
Well, so I talked to our M.O.P.S, local M.O.P.S group, and everyone agreed that we should do something. So I talked to Wendy McIntosh with New Life, who's the outreach pastor, and she said that let's go ahead with the food drive and we'll see how it goes. And so it started with 3 bins in my driveway, and the first week, the outpouring of love and support was just absolutely incredible. Like, it makes me tear up just talking about it, because everybody was so excited to help. And then once more people heard, and different groups without the church, they were just stopping by. And it's honestly, I just told our pastor that it was a privilege and an honor to get to do this at our house, just because it's keeping me sane, and God's presence is here, and people drop off food all the time throughout the day. So at least I get to see people on the other side of the fence.
Hey, but tell us a little bit more about the food drive. Like, how many people are involved? Like, are people dropping off food? How often can people, come and pick up food? Where are they picking up the food at?
So we probably have, it's hard to say. So we've done a few big pushes for the food drive. So we did, my husband dressed up as the Easter Bunny Easter weekend as an incentive to get people here. And we got a lot of food that day. And I would say, we kind of counted, kind of not. Like, there's a rough estimate of about 50 families came to our house that Saturday to drop off food for them.
You guys were doing the drive at your house across the street from the church.
Social distancing.
That's
So we
awesome.
have a fence around our yard. So we have, we're on half an acre and there's a full fence around the whole perimeter. And we have a big long driveway. So you guys came, but other people don't. So people would walk up and we'd throw candy on the other side of the fence. And then my husband was in a vintage Easter bunny costume, smiling for pictures. And so I feel like the event got people out of the house and it was a great way to get food here as well. And so the donations have slowed down a little, and the numbers of families that we are feeding has actually increased quite a bit. And so times we're worried that we're going to need more food than what we have. So this big push we're doing this weekend is coming at the perfect time to help to get us our supply up, so we don't have to be so concerned about, do we have enough for each family every single week. It's nice to have a little cushion.
So you said 50 families came for Easter?
Yeah.
Now, are the people that are benefiting from the food drives, is it people from our church or the community?
Oh, sorry. So originally it started with just 10 families from a local Everett school that the church had already agreed to partner with before the quarantine or coronavirus had happened. And I was always supposed to help with that because the church would rather have those items donated than using the money to buy that food. So I said that we could do that. And then as soon as the quarantine started, she had 2 other schools reach out to her immediately that had, one school had eight families and another school had 10 families. So right away we had just this 30 families from different schools in the community. And then there's also a need of families within the church. So by word of mouth, we've also helped families locally and church families that have needed help. And what our goal is ultimately to do is that we get enough food that when the need gets bigger, we can help more people. We've had to turn down no one yet. So that is our plan as of now, is to not have to turn away anybody for food.
And that's here in Everett.
Yeah.
That's
Everett, Washington.
So I know you want to jump into what's coming up this Sunday because it's huge. But let's just jump into a little bit about your background. Like what would cause you to, do a food drive for the community? Like, have you ever been on that end where you needed food, or like, what was your inspiration, motivation for that?
I've been hungry before, but it was more of like a college student type of thing. So I haven't actually needed a food bank, but I can see how it would happen so fast. And I'm watching this happen to friends and family and everyone around me. And my brother and sister-in-law are actually some of the people that I bring food to. And it's shocking that there's such a need so fast. And so we're expecting the demand to start coming. And I think that's what hit me the hardest, was just thinking of, like, I have 2 little kids, to think that they might not have enough food or they might go to bed hungry. And as a mom, I just can't even wrap my head around it. I don't want to wrap my head around it. So as soon as, it's going to make me cry, as soon as Wendy said that there's little kids that need food, I was just like, we have to get food. So
I mean, you were the first to jump in for us when I didn't get unemployment. Like, it was Easter and you brought us like a whole Easter dinner. Like, that wasn't even part of the food drive. You brought us a ham and potatoes and rolls.
Was
So
awesome.
thanks for loving us. Like,
yeah, thank you so much
your heart
for
is
everything that you're
beautiful.
doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's affecting so many people.
but I like doing it. So
I know.
I feel like it's a gift that I get to do this. So
Well,
it really is so great. And like, my kids are really getting involved. They love doing the deliveries with me. They stay in the car, but they know to roll down the windows and they wave to the other kids and they come out and get the food. And I just feel like we're giving them some sort of stability in this crazy time, because they know that the food is coming each week. So we want to do it as long as we can, or as long as there's a need.
and how has your family been affected by it?
Well, I mean, Clara, my daughter, she was her first year of preschool, and so she's devastated that she's home now. And both kids are supposed to start swimming lessons and soccer, and Casey is working, but it's scary because he's essential, because they're working on a school. So every day he does leave the house, but he changes before he comes in. And when the job's over, he said that he doesn't know if he'll have another one, because the company doesn't just do schools. So the other construction right now isn't working, just because it's too dangerous how close they work together on these job sites. So if there's a looming possibility that he might lose his job, and it's just scary times.
So, I'm guessing, and I've probably experienced a little bit of this as well, but a lot of people that need the food probably experience a little bit of shame and guilt. What would you say to those people
So I had thought about that because I think that my general response if I needed to get food is I wouldn't ask when I needed it. I'd wait too long, and I don't want people doing that. Not at all. So please don't feel ashamed or embarrassed, and know that it's affecting everybody, and it's not who you think it is. Like I want people to know that it's all people that are like that I've helped or that I've heard need help. It's not anyone in particular. I don't tell anybody who gets food. It's all confidential. You don't have to worry about anything. We can drop off or you can pick up, whatever makes you most comfortable. But yeah, I don't want anyone to feel ashamed about needing food. And also the food banks, they're getting shipments too, and they said that they also feel people aren't coming because they're embarrassed. Because I keep hearing that there's a lot of food banks that are throwing stuff away that's not getting used because people are embarrassed to go there as opposed to going to our church. So I'm just saying, wherever you are, if you need food, please reach out to us or someone locally, but don't be afraid because we all need help. And we're all on different routes of our lives too. Like if we don't need help now, we might need it next month, or who's to say that I won't need it next week. So,
So you start off, with the little food drive across the street from the church, and you've been consistently growing it, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Where's it headed? What are you guys planning for next?
So
How to keep up with the need?
Well, this weekend, our church is having a food drive specifically geared for these schools and these families that we're already helping. So we're trying to make essentially we're trying to make the church into a store. So we're having this 3-hour food drive after service, online service on Sunday. The church parking lot will be open, and they're going to do a whole big circle drive-through where you drive and someone will take the food from your car, so you're not leaving. It'll be safe and social distancing, and then the children's pastor will be there, and she's going to be giving out candy to the kids, and it's just going to be like a fun event to get your kids out of the house and to come bring us food. And our hope is that we get so much food that we can just focus on every week collecting the perishables like bread and oranges and stuff like that. So canned food this weekend would be wonderful, anything non-perishable. We're calling it Serve Sunday, and we're going to give the whole church and community a chance to give back and help us with our endeavors, since we already have 30 families that we've agreed to come up with enough food for them every single weekend. So it's not just like 30 families we're bringing a dinner to. We're feeding the entire family for the entire weekend. So it's 30 families, 3 meals for 2 days every weekend. So it's a lot of food that we need. And so to ensure that we have this food, we're going to do a 3-hour event on Sunday where you can come and donate food, such as anything canned, like canned vegetables, canned fruit, top ramen, macaroni and cheese, granola bars, peanut butter and jelly, and then perishable items we'll be collecting weekly. So don't bring those this weekend, but non-perishable items, Saturday, 12 to 3, New Life Church.
Now you're going to be able to reach so many more people.
It is such a blessing. Tonight, actually, my husband and I are going over there to set up the student center where all the food will be brought into. So we're trying to get organized, and everyone's really excited. It's going to be a big event, and the church is excited just to have a big event because, these times are so isolating and depressing, and this is just a reason to get out and wave at some familiar faces and bring food and know that you're helping families not go to bed hungry.
What have you learned from doing your events? I mean, you touched our family, so I mean, you've done Hunter's Hoedown for us, and that was, we didn't even know each other.
So the viewers that don't know what we're talking about, our daughter went through stage 4 cancer treatments, and
we needed to get to New York, and
Wendy organized
a whole fundraiser to get us there. So
it was nothing.
It was everything to us.
It was so awesome.
It was everything to us. You and the church.
It was honestly one of the best things that I was, like I said earlier, it's a privilege and an honor. I love this stuff, you guys, and I love you. And out of this, I got a best friend in Kara, and I love your family more than anything. So I got the bigger gift, if you ask me.
Well, we can tell you're sincere and you love doing it. So you know what? I'm not gonna feel guilty anymore. I'm coming over to your house right now for some food.
No.
I can't wait till I can have a party again, and me and your wife can dress up as the Spice Girls.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, we love you, girl. Thank you so much.
Was it fine? Did I be fine?
You did. You are so on mission. Thanks, girl.
If it's not good, call me back.
It's Zoom. You know, we're
I'm
having fun.
just
We're
saying, like,
being
if you want-
inspired and encouraged. Thank
if
you
you
so
want
much.
to, like,
So on
go to
mission,
the
girl.
bar.
Don't get to
Bye.
work. Go to church.
Bye. Go to church.
Love ya.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, we truly hope you've enjoyed this interview with Wendi Olson. Short but sweet, but truly has been a great inspiration and encouragement to us.
I mean, she's blessed our family in so many ways, and I hope that this podcast is a blessing to you guys. And don't forget to come out this Sunday to Everett New Life Church and drop off your non-perishable items from 12 to 3. Our community is so in need right now, and you can help fill a void.
Yeah, we'll put all the information out there for you to participate this Sunday from 12 to 3 at New Life Church. And again, thank you so much for tuning in every Wednesday and Friday to our podcast. It means so much to us. We're having a great time, and we hope you've been blessed by these episodes. We're going to continue them to do them as long as we can, and we're just so grateful for your viewership. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.